Attorney General Ken Paxton as the
I just rented this. I have an R5. I have an R5, but this is the R2. And I have a couple of like, you know how
Yes.
with the app, it's like not working.
This is the toughest competition that he has had so far, and not just on the Republican side. He has really talked to right. Come out and said he has acknowledged
Maybe it just has them.
Democrats are posing a challenge.
Sorry, y'all, are we clear?
They could absolutely no, which is what he says he's. Unless they're going to come out and recent. Sort of. Served in the U.S. Senate for 24 years. This is the toughest competition. And not just on the Republican side. We've seen him in 47 weeks come out and say Democrats could absolutely take this.
They're like, stand by. But I was like, I think they got it mixed up with something. Yeah.
Democrats could absolutely win this. That has been part of his pitch for the nomination. He believes that he's positioning himself as the best chance to win this seat. Yep, I got you. Senator John Cornyn is expected to come out here and address reporters here in Austin. Early numbers have shown him in the lead in Dallas County, Tarrant, Collin, Denton, and probably most importantly, statewide. But is that where he will end up? The night, that's the big question. Yep. Yeah.
¿Tienes el estancito?
absolutely, we are expecting to hear from the senator tonight. You can see the podium here behind me. He's expected to come out and talk a little bit about what we're seeing tonight. So far, he has taken an early lead among voters in Dallas County, Tarrant, Denton, Cullinan, and probably more importantly, statewide. We don't know if that's where he's going to end the night, but it is a strong beginning. The polls showed consistently that Attorney General Ken Paxton was in the lead. I can say that in Cornyn's 24 years in Senate, this is the strongest competition that he has faced, and not just on the Republican side. He has come out in recent weeks and said, the Democrats really have a chance to take this. That's part of his pitch. He has tried to position himself as really the best chance that the Republicans have to keep this seat red. But of course, he's facing Paxton, and J.D. Miles joins us from Dallas and Paxton's campaign. Oh, okay. I was a little confused.
It's the new guy.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. That's all right.
Say, rookie mistake.
Why am I taking this? He was saying something about, I heard something about the mic, so then I'm like, is my mic off?
No. I was like, he started getting in our ear, and I was like, what's going on? Everything's fine.
Yeah.
But he was just talking to us for some reason.
I'm just like, I'm going to power through, and they're going to do what they're going to do.
Yeah. Let's turn off the mic.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
They have one more hit for us around like 8:40, and then we are clear through 10 o'clock.
Okay, sounds good.
Barring us taking him.
Bring the podium a little bit closer to me so I won't get anybody else's shot. Beautiful. Okay. I don't know how you're going to get out of there. I have to go all the way around.
Yeah.
Is there somebody from KUIE here? CBS local? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Do you know when? Have any idea?
Not yet. I will tell you as soon as I do.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll give you guys a 10 to 15 minute heads up. I'm still trying to see what they're thinking. Just a heads up, based on what we're seeing, thinking it's not going to be before 9. So just so you're aware, for your planning purposes, probably going to be 9 or a little bit after. So we'll keep you guys updated.
Thank you.
Yep. Yep.
compañeros, según fuentes de nuestra cadena hermana NBC News, dependiendo del margen cerrado, luego de estos resultados esta noche, el presidente Trump podría estar dándole su apoyo al senador incumbente John Cornyn, quien está siendo desafiado en esta contienda por el fiscal general del estado de Texas, Ken Paxton. La brecha está bien cerrada. John Cornyn le lleva la delantera por solo menos de 2 puntos esta noche, y es precisamente por eso que desde ya aquí se anticipa que tengan que ir a una segunda vuelta el 26 de mayo, y es por ello que también no se convocó una típica fiesta para ver cómo caen los resultados aquí en este salón, en un hotel en el centro de la ciudad de Austin. Lo que hay es medios de comunicación. Se anticipa que él salga poco después de las 9 de la noche y se pronuncia entre los medios de comunicación para entonces conversar lo que se anticipa sería entonces la estrategia de cara a esta segunda vuelta. Definitivamente se trata de cierta forma una sacudida a la base política republicana en esta contienda donde el fiscal general busca quitarle el escaño a un senador que lleva en este puesto desde el 2002. Se conoce Washington completamente, tiene una gran reputación por su liderato político en la capital federal, fortaleciendo leyes, por ejemplo, en materia de inmigración, apoyando dentro de esas leyes las penalidades para quienes cruzan la frontera, más allá de apoyar lo que son reformas migratorias. Ese contexto, para que tengan una idea en cuanto a su campo político durante estos 24 años de carrera. Una contienda interesante también porque a pesar de que este senador ha invertido ya casi 70 millones de dólares, no ha logrado cerrar ese margen entre su contrincante más cercano, que sería Ken Paxton, quien, por cierto, ha invertido solamente cerca de 5 millones de dólares. Entonces, según los análisis políticos, en esta ocasión el dinero realmente no importa. Lo que importa es el respaldo que tenga por parte de la base política republicana de MAGA, lo que se conoce entonces que son las personas del Partido Republicano que se afilian, por decirlo de manera fiel a lo que es la ejecución de la política pública del presidente Donald Trump. Básicamente hablando del tono, ¿no?, y del estilo político en cuanto a esa manera de legislar desde el bando republicano de una manera más agresiva. Hay críticas que señalan más bien al senador Cornyn de que se convierte el tono un poco más conservador cuando se acercan las elecciones. Precisamente ella ha estado viajando a través del estado de Texas tratando de asegurar a sus simpatizantes, a los votos, pero evidentemente no lo ha logrado, más allá del 50 más 1%, ¿no?, que es lo que necesita para prevalecer. Así que tendrán que ir nuevamente, muy probable, según lo que se proyecta, basado en los resultados que están entrando esta noche, y van a tener entonces que ir a esa segunda vuelta el 26 de mayo, como mencionaba, para posicionarse en la papeleta de noviembre y ver entonces quién permanece en este escaño a nivel federal, buscando, compañeros, un quinto término para el Senado en Washington. Nosotros permaneceremos acá. Se dice que probablemente poco más de las 9 de la noche estaría saliendo entonces y pronunciándose al respecto. Esperemos entonces que sea un discurso de estrategia más allá de victoria, porque no habrá victoria esta noche. Así que manténganse conectados con nosotros. Regresamos contigo al estudio, compañero.
I just watched that change tablet.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we're hearing the senator will come out and speak to the media. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sometime after 9. Yeah, we're expecting Senator John Cornyn probably right after. Yes, after 9 tonight to address members. Early members to show him in the lead. That's true among voters in Dallas County. Statewide. Right, there's a lot. That's. Yep. Okay. Yes, Senator John Cornyn. Yeah, we're hearing Senator John Cornyn. Yeah, we have received word Senator John Cornyn will probably be hearing here at some point after 9 o'clock tonight to address the media. So everything are looking good for him. He's taken the early lead. That's true in Dallas County, Tarrant County, Denton County, and Dallas, Tarrant, Collin, and Denton counties, and even statewide. Even state. Right. Still got a lot of votes to come. Still waiting on a lot of votes to come.
Yeah, now I can. Yeah. I don't know why it's doing that.
Still waiting on a lot of votes, though. Polls consistently showed Attorney General Ken Paxton. Still waiting on the polls consistently showed Attorney General Ken Paxton as the front runner. No, polls did consensus. We're going to find out. Yeah, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Wrong? This is yourself. Or they off?
Okay.
Consistently did show Attorney General Ken Paxton and the lead. A lot of people want to know, are they off or not how it's front runner? We're waiting to find out if that's where they run. Are they off? Regardless of who ends up on top tonight, though, it does seem like both of these now are headed towards a runoff. Senator Cornyn runoff, and we're still, regardless of who ends up on top, a couple of does seem like the Chiefs too. Does seem like Cornyn and Paxton are headed for the. It does look like with Cornyn and. We've received word that Senator John Cornyn is expected to come out here sometime after 9 o'clock to address the media. Things are looking good for him so far tonight. He has taken the early lead in Dallas, Tarrant, Collin, Denton counties, and more importantly, statewide. We're still waiting on a lot of votes, though. Polls did consistently show Attorney General Ken Paxton in the lead. So a lot of people are wondering, were they off, or have we just not seen things go? Right out of the break? What do you mean? He's going to toss to me right out of the break? Okay. I just saw JD text they're having camera issues. Yeah, we just received. We've gotten John Cornyn is expected, Senator Cornyn is expected to come out here and address the media after 9 o'clock, this evening. Give us his take. Things are looking good for him so far. Early numbers have him leading in Dallas, Tarrant, Collin, Denton counties, and even statewide at this point. Still a lot of votes to come out, though. Attorney General Ken Paxton has consistently show Attorney General Ken Paxton as the front runner in this race. And regardless of who ends up on top at the end of the night, though, it does seem like they're all going to fall short at 50%. Yep. Okay. Are we going to come up later, or?
Yeah, mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm keeping out, I guess. Volume-wise or lighting-wise?
Okay, all right.
Volume, all right, I'm too loud. I have that problem a lot.
Okay, all right, cool, thanks.
By 9. It should be done by 9, right?
7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, sounds good.
I think our shouldn't be done by 9. So it should be done by 9. Okay. Yeah, I'll let you up. Use the podium. Unless, yeah, I'll just kick you out of the shot.
So I'm not in her shot.
No. Back it up. You can use the podium. Use the podium. Yeah. I'll light you up and everything.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay. I have time. I have, wow. 15 minutes. I never use a podium.
Yeah, we're still waiting to hear from Senator Cornyn, but we were just told that he is expected to speak to us sometime after 9 p.m. as they continue to analyze these results. Now, currently he leads by 2 points over Paxton, but earlier today Cornyn told me that he does expect this to go into a runoff in May, but this is a race that he poured a lot of resources into. According to Ad Impact, he spent $71 million on ads. Now is kind of the moment to see if this has paid off. Obviously, still very early to say the results, but we are waiting to hear from him, expected to hear from him any minute now, probably in the next 15 minutes or so, so we'll bring you the latest once we hear from him. Tom?
Okay.
Do you have the arrow?
Yes.
You want me to put this back in the... No.
I might just buy them.
Leave it on?
What?
Okay. Cool. Are y'all shooting something at 9? 9:02-ish. Okay.
The stands, right. Wow, that's true. See if they are giving them away. stumbled 20 times.
We've all been there.
I'm not listening. I know it's fast. We'll be fine.
You got more people watching at home than are you.
Yeah, but they can't, like, talk back to you.
Yeah, please, no heckling. I don't think I've ever done a live shot. It's so quiet. It's so
We could just start, like, rioting, right? Let's just start, like, blasting music here in the background, so, like, you know, use your audio. Yeah, that's why I can also stream, like, behind it, so it's just like being up there.
yeah.
Like, yeah, so staggered. Then you just want like 30-second head nod, which is my favorite option.
Oh, wonderful. To get up here and then head nod and then walk back. Okay, we're in this together though.
Please, be as loud as you want to.
It's so yeah. This is like, and also the acoustics are for this, so it's like the voice, like everyone's listening. Yeah.
Right. Unimaginable.
Man, front and center of the room.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna be at the podium. When he walks in. Hey!
was quick. I feel like I'm still moving. Your lens thing is all crooked. There you go. I just ran down to the car. My iPhone was charging in the car. I forgot.
Oh, y'all got like, which was young.
I was just like,
Mine is like this long little like cord that I
I
made it back
forgot
in
about
time.
it though.
Fully charged. It is ready to go.
Yeah. Mic check. Aunt. It asked if I was doing an outdoor run. My watch. It's a sauna in here. It's hot.
No, it's all these lights.
Yeah, it is hot. Thanks
Like
for
the
lighting
AC
me.
is not on.
Okay. I guess here we go. Whew. Oh, we have 5 minutes now. We have so much time. Why did we
Did y'all park far?
No,
No.
right across the street.
There you go.
Thank God. Aunt, am I glistening? No, because I'm sweating.
Oh, hi, sorry. I'm lost in thought. Hang in there.
Three minutes, Aunt. Mm-hmm.
Hello, how are you doing? I know. Yeah, I think we will. That's kind of a cool angle.
Charles. As you can see, we've moved a little bit closer to the podium for those who've been watching us hour after hour, because we are getting ready for the incumbent senator to come here and talk to the media. At some point here in this hour, we've been talking about how he's planning to speak at 8:30. That has been pushed back now to 9 or sometime after 9. His campaign's been very communicative. They said they'll give us a 10-minute warning, so we are to be prepared to bring his remarks live to those who are watching. But for now, we're going to go ahead and send it back. Keep an eye on here on Spectrum News 1, and we'll bring you that interview as soon as it happens.
Yeah, hey Rudy and Mike. So this is not a watch party. It's more so a press conference, a bunch of media just waiting for John Cornyn to take the stand and give some remarks, which could happen any minute now. We're told we'll be given about a 10-minute heads up. So we will definitely make sure we let you know before that happens. But he is up against Attorney General Ken Paxton and U.S. Representative Wesley Hunt. And like you said, right now results show Cornyn is up, but he has not reached the majority needed to receive the Republican nomination, so it looks like this may go into a runoff, and Cornyn has told me in the past that he does expect that to happen. He told me, I hope I'm wrong, but he does think that this is going to go into a runoff. That means Paxton and Cornyn will go head-to-head in May. Now, Cornyn told me it's imperative he receives the Republican nomination. He says if Paxton wins the nomination, he does not believe that Paxton will have enough votes to win the election overall. So he said, that risks turning a seat that's been red for so many years. Now, Paxton has said in the past, when asked about how he fares against Democrats, he said basically most polling, he's done better than Cornyn, and he said he's really not worried about it. So we will see how that pans out. But whoever wins the Republican nominee will go against the Democratic nominee. That's either James Talarico or Jasmine Crockett. Keep you updated once John Cornyn takes the stand. Back to you, Mike and Rudy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Move that footing out of the way.
Yeah, we're still waiting to hear from Senator Cornyn. We expect him to speak any second now. We're told that he's going to speak sometime after 9 p.m. Currently, he leads by 2 points over Paxton, so a very tight race, which was expected in this. Earlier today, Senator Cornyn told me that he expects this to go into a runoff, so not a big shocker with how tight this race is looking right now. But he did pour a lot of resources into this campaign. According to Ad Impact, he spent $71 million on ads. Hopefully we're going to hear from him soon to kind of get a better sense on how he's feeling tonight as they continue to analyze these results. But as we're looking at it right now, still a very tight race. Like I said, we hope to hear from him very soon in the next couple of minutes or so, and we'll bring you the latest once we hear from him.
Nice. Got off to a good start, though. He has early numbers showed him in the lead among voters in Dallas, Tarrant, Collin, and Denton County, as well as statewide. There's a lot of votes still to come in, though, and polls did consistently show Attorney General Ken Paxton in the lead. Regardless of who ends up on top at the end of the night, though, it does seem like both candidates will fall short of 50% of the vote, which means they would be headed to a runoff. Senator Cornyn has held this seat for 24 years. This is the toughest competition yet, not just from the Republicans, but from the Democrats. He has said
Just a little bit more this way so we can see them put in my next to you. Move a little bit more this way. Move.
with consistency, regardless of who ends up on top, though they are both expected to fall short of 50% of
Whenever you're ready.
in a runoff. Corbyn has tried to position himself as the Republican most likely to keep this seat red. As we heard him warn it isn't. Okay. As Senator John Cornyn is expected to come out shortly here to address the media. The night, though, has gotten off to a good start for him. Dallas voters, Tarrant voters, Collin, Denton County voters all have put him in the lead. He's also taken the lead in early numbers statewide. I'm going to start over.
That's fine.
Early numbers show him in the lead among voters in Dallas, Tarrant, Collin, Denton, and statewide. Also consistently showed his challenger, Attorney General Ken Paxton, in the lead as the front runner. Okay. Ready? As Senator John Cornyn is expected out here shortly to address the media. The night, though, has gotten off to a good start for him. He's taken the early lead in those numbers coming out of Dallas County, Tarrant County, Collin County, Denton County, and even statewide. Polls, though, consistently showed his challenger, Attorney General Ken Paxton, as the front runner in this. Regardless, though, of who ends up on top, both men appear to be headed. Why can I get it when I'm live, but I can't do it when I'm live?
I don't know. It's something all reporters have.
Because I know that I can start over. Okay. Which would mean, they are both expected, regardless of who ends up on top, though both men are expected to fall short of 50% of the vote, which means a runoff. Cornyn has tried to position himself in this as the Republicans' best chance at keeping this seat red. He has said, the Democrats could absolutely take it. He's okay. As Senator John Cornyn is expected out shortly here to address the media. Early numbers show him taking the lead in Dallas, Tarrant, Collin, and Denton counties, and statewide as well. Polls, though, consistently showed his challenger, Attorney General Ken Paxton, as the front runner in this race. Regardless, though, of who ends up on top at the end of the night, both men appear to be falling short of 50% of the vote, which means they would be headed to a runoff. Cornyn has tried to position himself as the Republicans' best chance at keeping this seat red, but in recent interviews, he has said this has been his toughest challenge yet, and the Democrats, we could take this. Reporting live in Austin, Andrea Lucia, CBS News, Texas. That didn't really come out the way I wanted it to. One more chance. Sorry, one more. We'll get it done. This will be it. He said that we're going to position himself as the one best. Okay. All right. Again. Ready? Senator John Cornyn is expected out shortly to address the media here. Early numbers show him taking the lead in Dallas, Tarrant, Collin, and Denton counties, and statewide. The polls, though, consistently showed his challenger, Attorney General Ken Paxton, as the front runner in this race. Regardless, though, of who ends up on top at the end of the night, both men appear to be falling short of 50% of the vote, which would mean they would be headed to a runoff. Cornyn has held this seat for 24 years. This has been his toughest challenge yet, not just on the Republican side, but among Democrats. He has come out and said the Republicans could absolutely lose this seat to the Democrats this year, which is why he has been trying to position himself as the Republicans' best shot at keeping this seat red. Back to you.
Some of those numbers that you guys brought up, but here at Cornyn, I would call a watch.
All right. That one.
As you can see behind me, we're still waiting for Senator Cornyn to take the podium right now, and those numbers also.
I don't know why I hung up on you, but I did.
Can you let people know that Rudy that they look like?
I was studying.
accept this runoff.
I just shot the liquid.
In this race, we were originally told that Cornyn was going to take his podium here around 8:30. That was only
Took
pushed back to
me
9, and that we're still waiting here a couple of minutes to speak with him about his thoughts on the way this race is going. But like you said, they felt that this was expected. They were preparing for a runoff. They said that's when the whole water close to the podium.
So we'll try to get out of the shot. Just
One other one, like you said, the competition of this race is neck and neck. This is a position that Cornyn has held since 2002. So we'll continue to monitor those numbers as the night goes on. Back to you guys.
Sounds good. Thanks, bye. Okay, sorry everybody. We're looking at probably about 15 to 20 minutes here before he's here. So I'll let you guys know, give you another heads up, but just so you're aware.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Want to do a mic check real quick?
Sure.
Do it quick. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Okay. Mic check, mic check.
Can you just tell me the number? Jason, stand by, hold on. I'm not on iPad. Okay. Can you hear me? Are you good, Sal? Mic check, 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah.
We don't need this anymore, right?
I mean, I'll be on at 10. I've got 2 more hands.
Originally, we were supposed to hear from the senator around 8:30. That's been pushed back several times, and we just got an update that it'll be about 10 to 20 more minutes. So he'll be speaking right here behind me at this podium. Again, we've been saying this is not a watch party. This is actually just a press event. The seats behind the camera filled with reporters and photographers who are waiting to hear from the senator. We know some of those numbers were late coming in, so right now, as we've been showing some numbers, Cornyn's about 44%, Paxton at 39%, and Leslie Hunt at about 13%, with about over 60% of the votes being counted. So obviously a long way to go with these numbers, but this is pretty much what the candidates have told us for the last couple months that they expect. The reason this is not a watch party is because Senator Cornyn said we're going to wait to have that watch party until the runoffs in May. So it was very clear that this was the expectation. We know that President Trump did not endorse anyone for this primary in this race, and perhaps he has been waiting for the runoff. So it'll be interesting to see what he does going forward with Cornyn and Paxton, but of course a very contentious and very expensive race so far. Tens of millions of dollars have been spent in just advertising alone, so we can expect that to continue, and we are very interested to see what the senator has to say. But again, what we heard from him in the last just couple weeks was that this was the expectation, the numbers that he was looking at.
Like some of the other watch parties that are being right now in the Marriott in Austin downtown, it's quiet. The only people that are here are reporters because this isn't a watch party, it's a news conference.
That should be about 10 to 15 minutes.
8:30, that comes back, but now here is the thing on but this was the expectation going in that this was going to lead to a runoff. I spoke to a source and they told that nobody's a party for halftime. So again, the expectation is that this would lead to a runoff. And this race really has to be the old guard, you know, long-time incumbent Senator Cornyn against the MAGA against the party. Attorney General Paxton is spinning off
sure you won't get up, right?
What?
You're not gonna get up.
No.
No.
I might get on my knees, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah. So you won't block me or my friend right here.
I'll probably get on my
We've all been
knees,
waiting here for forever.
but I won't
It's like
stand.
a shot.
Yeah. Only 5 minutes or so, folks. 5 minutes away.
Test, test, audio okay? Everybody got what they need? Getting white balance there? Test, test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Generally good?
Yep.
Cool. Shouldn't be long. Hey, Bob.
Hey, buddy, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, good.
5 minutes.
Oh, I see. That's fine.
Well, good evening, everyone. The statewide early results are in, and we did very well, as expected, and we were on to the runoff. I want to start by thanking my family, without whose support and love I could not do what I get an opportunity to do, representing 32 million Texans in the United States Senate. I want to thank everybody who voted for me, and the way I view it, it's an indication of their trust in the service that I provided to this great state for many years now. To Congressman Wesley Hunt and his family, you ran a spirited race and you have a bright future, and I wish you well. We now head into a 12-week primary runoff. Elections are about choices, and the choice in the Republican race for the U.S. Senate is crystal clear. I've worked for decades to build the Republican Party, both here in Texas and nationally. I refuse to allow a flawed, self-centered, and shameless candidate like Ken Paxton risk everything we've worked so hard to build over these many years. There is simply too much at stake in this midterm election for our state and for our country. The final 2 years of President Trump's agenda hangs in the balance. I'm proud to have supported President Trump and worked with him to help him achieve his goals in the Congress. If he's nominated, there's a high risk that Paxton would lose this Senate seat, taking 5 congressional seats down with him. And you don't have to take my word for it. In public polling in the last few months, U.S. Senate nominees are either tied with or beating Paxton if he were the nominee. Ken Paxton as the nominee would be a dead weight at the top of the ticket for Republicans running all across this great state. Over the next 12 weeks, Texas Republican primary voters will hear more about my record of delivering conservative victories in the United States Senate and learn more about Ken's indefensible personal behavior and failures in office. Just like the primary, we have a plan to win the runoff, and we are in the process of executing it. Judgment Day is coming for Ken Paxton. Thank you all. May God bless Texas, and may God continue to bless in the United States of America.
A few questions. Jim, you want to start with AP?
Senator, typically a runoff can be a problem spot for an incumbent who's got a start. Do you feel like, what do you feel like you need to do to motivate your voters versus Ken Paxton's voters?
Well, fortunately, I've had the experience of winning a runoff previously when I was Attorney General. I won a contested runoff for the Republican nomination then. Obviously, we need to encourage as many people as possible who voted in the primary to come back on May the 26th. Fortunately, Texas has an early voting period, which will allow anybody and everybody who wants to vote an opportunity to cast their ballot early. If they don't do it, then they can do it on May the 26th. I think there'll probably be, at last count, maybe as many as 5 races on the ballot, which will make it much more likely we'll see a robust turnout of voters then. But as I said, and as I think we've demonstrated, there's simply just too much at stake for Texas voters to stay home. And I don't expect them to stay home. I expect a robust turnout. We'll certainly be encouraging that. How did we get here? Well, I like to think, well, first of all, I got a great team. My family, I mentioned, without whose love and support I couldn't do this. But I simply could not in good conscience let someone like Ken Paxton waltz into the Senate as the Senate nominee for the Republican Party for the reasons I mentioned. I think he'll be an albatross around the neck of all of the Republican candidates, including the 5 new congressional seats that President Trump is depending on to win the majority in the House in the midterm elections, which is a challenge given the history.
So we will continue to do what we've done and talk about my record of support for the president and his policies and my record of legislative accomplishments. And I would say that, as I've said before, that character is on the ballot. Ken Paxton doesn't believe that that matters. He believes that all of his misbehavior and his scandals are sort of baked in the cake, and he's won a couple of elections since much of that has come out. But there's much more that will come out in the runoff, and which will demonstrate his unfitness for office and his liability of him, the potential liability of him being the nominee in November. I won by 10 points in 2020, and I think I can help down ballot, and I can help President Trump during the remaining 2 years of his term of office after this election.
So, Senator, the president has expressed support for you and also for Ken Paxton, did not endorse anyone in this primary. Do you expect that to change now that it's gone to a runoff, and do you expect it to be?
There's only one person on the planet who knows what President Trump's going to do, and that's him. Certainly, I talk to the president on a regular basis. He's got a great team around him of real professionals, Susie Wiles, Chris LaCivita, Tony Fabrizio, just to name a few. And he understands what's at stake. But I understand also why in a contested primary with three of us, he didn't want to have to choose between us and disappoint some of his own base of support. And I think he wanted to see me earn this nomination, as we are well on the path to doing, before he made any kind of decision. But when or if he makes a decision and to get involved in the race is entirely up to him.
Thank you.